What's up guys, my name is Play. Welcome to my first NHL 15 video, which is the review of NHL 15 demo that was released today on Xbox One and PS4 and only on those two consoles. At the moment when I started recording, it was only released on Xbox One. It was released there by midnight, so it was really early, and it was released in European PS Store. It wasn't in US PS Store, but maybe it is on right now. So anyway, if you have PS4 or Xbox One, you will be able to get this demo today. So check it out if you want to play it. And I played it for some time. I don't know, I played maybe like 5 games, and I spent some time in the free skate mode, and I kind of have my impressions which I want to share with you guys. And it's really a big deal for me. This is my main game in some way, so I play this game the most every year, so I was really excited that it's now available at PS4, and that it's stepping up to next gen, so I was really anxious to play it, and I can't wait for the full version. But yeah, there is a lot of differences, and that's exactly what I want to talk about. I read what people is writing about the game, about how is it feeling and stuff, and many people say that, whoa, it feels exactly like NHL 14, and the only thing that I can tell you for sure is that it feels nothing like NHL 14. It really feels like a different game. Everything is a little bit different, and I can't say it's much better or much worse, even in the feeling of the game, but it's really different. So skating, some people say that it felt sluggish, but I don't really think it's sluggish. It's basically responsive and comfortable. Puck physics, it's the big difference. Puck physics really feels a lot different from what it was, and I will talk about it more when we will switch to a free skate mode. I will explain what I mean. Also, you can see right now that this is the dynamic medium camera. There is 2 new cameras, dynamic medium and dynamic high, and this is the default camera and the camera that EA is promoting for this game. And in my opinion, it's not really a good camera. I will not be skipping anything. I want you guys to see everything. You see how it really gets into the corner, and it's actually nice, but the problem with this camera is that it's too zoomed in, and I don't feel comfortable. I don't even play on the default NHL 14 camera. I like it on classic, which is not as far away as overhead, but a little bit further than ice. So this is the way I like it, because, well, it's really important for me to see what's happening in neutral zone and at least one offensive or defensive zone, and what's happening on the other boards, what's happening at the point, because, well, I play through passing a lot, and it really means a lot to me. But for casual gamers, this might not be such a bad thing. Maybe they will enjoy it, and maybe, I thought about it, maybe for be a pro, it will be a good camera. Some people like this kind of a first person or third person experience, and yeah, for this purposes this camera is good, but for me it wasn't really that comfortable, and I felt, yeah, fans, by the way, fans look great in this game. This is totally true. They kind of sit in the dark. I don't know why, but they look amazing, and the models is different. EA promised us like 9,000 different fans, and it really looks like it. They look really different, and it has a great feeling. They all have different jerseys, retro jerseys and stuff. Whoa, yeah, nice shot. And this part is really great. Another thing that people were talking about is the color of the ice, and some people don't really like that the ice is not as white as it was, and it looks different, but I think that we are entering such an era in video games, especially in sport games, when cartoonish feel that these games had kind of goes away, and it becomes more realistic. So in the real life, ice is kind of grayish, and there is not too many saturated colors. It's all pretty basic, really like real life. And if you see Madden 25 and Madden 15, for example, you can see that in Madden 25, which is Madden 14 technically, the grass is, it's green like in cartoons, but in Madden 15, it's really dirty green, so it's much more realistic, and it also, it's not only about the surface, it's about the models, the colors, and it may feel weird for some people, but this is kind of a next step for graphics in video games, and this is what it will be, and it will be even more realistic, and this is what they're going for. And I saved my quick. What else? AI. I can say that this is a revolution in AI, but I like this AI much better. It plays much tougher. AI holds its position much better, and it reacts on your movements much quicker, and this is really great. Some things that used to work in NHL 14 is not working here, and you see when you go, I will show it to you, I will even leave the zone to show it to you. You see, yeah, he's forechecking, it doesn't really matter. You see he's forechecking much better. He's not really giving me any lane, and this is awesome. You see, if I pick the puck and I go to the outside, AI gives me the outside, but this year he's much tougher for me. It's much harder to leave the outside. You can go around the net, but you cannot really cut to the middle, because defender jumps much more aggressive, and not even jumping, he is blocking your lanes better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. AI is such a thing where it's hard to really make a revolution in 1 year. Whoa, yeah, you see, this is the goal, this is the new celebration. You can see it's always the same. Actually, the player that scored the goal, he always hugs one guy, and this is in the demo, it's the only group celebration that you get. One guy getting hugged by another guy, and it's always a little bit weird. They kind of like sucked into each other a little bit, and it looks a little bit weird. Game in in full HD, of course, game looks amazing. It's much more sharp than it was before, and it feels really good. What I was saying about AI, so it's hard to make a revolution in AI in 1 year, but it's actually much better. I see the improvements in this. Oh, and yeah, this is, well, in real life it kind of would go in too. It's not really that easy to score like that in the demo as it was in NHL 14. It's just it's more luck based. About the goal scoring and how to score goals, we'll talk about it in the second part, when we will go into the free skate mode, after we will finish off this game. It's a 1-1 game right now. Oh, I forgot to press a button for a celebration, so they kind of do it by themselves. AI, I like it. Hitting, it's actually weird, because it's much harder to put down hits than it was in NHL 14, and I'm not a big hitter, so it's not a big deal for me. I even like it more that way, but for some of you guys, after those great NHL 14 hits, it will be a little bit maybe harder. Jerseys, as you can see, they are really flappy, like it's a wind in the arena, and it's not really bothering you, but when you look at the replays, it really looks like they are they flapping too much, and the numbers act weird, because, well, numbers are kind of made of a really heavy cloth, so they stay in the same spot, and they kind of make the whole jersey to stay in the same spot. But in this game, it looks like numbers are really painted on a light cloth, so they are flapping too much, and maybe they will. I know that they want to show this new feature, but they are taking it too far, maybe a little bit. You see, yeah, AI is playing much better, like I said. The other thing is the passing. This way of passing, when you press your right stick to the left or to the right, to the forehand or to the backhand, and then pass. The pass is getting much quicker and much more sharper, so you don't really have to waste that much time preparing the pass. And I think that it's gone from the game, because I don't really see any difference. This is the way I was passing in the NHL 14, and right now it's not kind of working. Okay, yeah, goalies do crazy things in this game. I don't know what else. I wasn't able to get into any fights, and whoa, yeah, nice. I wasn't able to get into any fights I know that they're in the game, and I even saw the video of goalies fighting, so you can fight technically, but it's not really. Whoa! And yeah, this is a nice goal. This kind of goals, they work every time. And you know, I don't think that we need to start another game. So right now, I will go into the menu and I will show you the new camera, another new camera, dynamic high. It's called. After we will see this replay. Yeah, this goal, it's legit. It's pretty realistic, in my opinion. You see, replays some of the animations and some of the goal animations. You can see that they took it from the previous games, but I guess it's only natural because you cannot really revamp the whole game in 1 year. And yeah, I see the improvements. I see that graphics looks much better. Yeah, game settings, I will show it to you really quickly, basically in the last minute. Dynamic high, and dynamic high is much more playable in my opinion than dynamic medium, but I still, if I have a choice, I would stick with classic camera, you see, because I like how it turns a little bit, but it's still too zoomed in for me. But it's my personal preference. If you like the default camera in NHL 14, you would probably love this one because it actually helps you see the game a little bit better, those turns and tilts of the camera. So it's not a bad idea, and maybe they will develop it even more in later games. And okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I like to play through the point. If you watch my NHL 14 videos where I play the games, you know the way I play. I play a little bit weird, but okay, yeah, they were close to tie the game. What else? Yeah, the menus and all that stuff, it looks really, really great. It looks much more modern. You know, they don't really use old school menus now. They use those big squares, which is in the Windows 8 interface. They were first introduced, and they use it for a couple of years in FIFA and Madden. And yeah, this is the kind of a tendency. It's a work in progress. I can say that it's like perfect. It's looking much better than it was, but it's still not really perfect, because some of these things you can see that those they just put the simple info from the menu line on a big square, and that's all that they did. So it's not really became more informative and stuff. So you kind of needed time to really get it together, and maybe 1 year is not enough. But I see the improvements. And interface, we only seen basically the main screen where you can choose either you go into the free skate or play a game. But I can see that it's much better now, and maybe they're still working on it before the release, but probably not. I think game is already in print. Yeah, I scored an empty netter, and yeah, I'm showing you guys all the replays. And yeah, you see, ice really looks natural, and from some shots, it really feels like a real hockey game. And all the presentation stuff, NBC presentation, it's all looking good. It's giving you that feel. I don't say that this is such a big deal, but I like the way it looks and the way it feels. Okay, yeah, we're done with the game. You see this kind of when the players will congratulate the goalie, and here it's the same animation as it was in NHL. I think NHL 12 had this animation, and 13 and 14, but well, I guess you can change everything in 1 year. So yeah, I was able to win this game. I actually, before I played all the games I played, I lost. Because it was really surprising. I played all the games on the All-Star, but sometimes CPU was really into me. In the first game, LA Kings, they scored like 3 goals in the first period, and yeah, I was thinking like, whoa. Yeah, and now we will quickly jump into the free skate mode. Here we are at the free skate mode, and this is the kind of a thing that I wanted to talk about the most. And I think it's the major difference as far as we can judge from this demo. We all know that in all the previous NHL games, developers they kind of made goalies amazing because they could not really make a great defensive AI, so goalies had to clean up after everybody, and they made all these spectacular saves, and they were kind of programmed to make all kinds of amazing saves. And in this game, I cannot really say that it's kind of a revolution, but I really feel the difference. And in all the previous games, it kind of felt like they were, scripted, that they were covering the certain areas in the net, and certain areas wasn't covered at all. And that led to some glitch goals, because we all knew where we need to shoot to score and where you don't really need to shoot, because it will lead to nothing. And this game, with this new puck physics, it really plays different. AI they were talking a lot about this new feature, and it really feels like they weren't lying. They were telling about this puck physics that really accounts all these things: the ammunition, the jersey, the body of the goalie, and that when you shoot, it really depends on where it will hit and how it will ricochet and all that stuff. And it kind of feels like that, in my opinion, judging from this demo, especially in this free skate mode. And now you kind of feel, when you get into this breakaway situation in front of the goalie, you kind of feel that it's not like some algorithm that you need to hack. It feels more like it's an obstacle that you kind of need to outplay, and it's much more realistic. I think it's much more like it's in real life, and it leads to a very basic thing, but I think it's really big, that the backhand, forehand, the most basic deke you can get, it's effective as it never was, because it's really working perfectly if you make goalie make a mistake. And this is actually what you need to do. You need to see what goalie does and see if he makes a mistake. And if you beat him, you beat him. So I don't think that there is much desperation saves going on. If goalie really stayed in one side and committed on his pads, he can't really do anything. If you have some big chunk of the net available, you can shoot and you will score. And it kind of gives this incredible feeling that you don't really depend on some random number generator. It feels more that you in control. It's your call. It's if you will be able to beat the goalie, to trick the goalie, to make him make a mistake. And it's a much different feeling from what it was before. And also another thing is that goalie is not, you can see it right here, goalie is not in the bubble like it was before. I don't know if it will stay in actual game and full game and not only in practice mode. He's not in the bubble. You can kind of push him, you can make him fall down, you can push him out of the net. It probably will be penalized, but you can do that, and it feels much more realistic. So yeah, I'm not really too much into dangles, so I'm not really trying. I'm trying really to position myself well, to trick the goalie to make a shot like it's happening in real life, and it's working perfectly in this game. And I like the feeling that I don't need some crazy tricks to really score, because tricks in this game, they kind of in the same spot that they are in real life hockey. They are, it's kind of a show off. It's not an effective weapon in the game. And yeah, it's fun to do, it's fun to see, but if you need to score, you don't really need to rely on these things. You need to rely on the basics. And you see, this is exactly what I wanted to talk about. It's the backhand. Backhand is much more effective. In my opinion, it's maybe a little bit strong, this backhand shot, but it really feels great with this new goalie AI. It's kind of not only the physics question, it's maybe even more goalie AI question, and it lets you do this basic thing from your backhand that I wasn't able to pull off, like ever in all the previous games. Is when you go, I will try to show it to you in a moment. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing here. Yeah, you see, backhand forehand works like a clock. If you do it right, you score, no question. But this thing when you kind of, I'm really bad with my backhand, because I never do it. I was abusing backhand forehand too much. Yeah, you see, this is exactly what I was talking about. This is working really great in real life, and it's working here too. When you just make goalie commit to your forehand side, go down on his pads, and now if you are able to bring puck to your backhand, you have the whole net in front of you and you can really put the puck in, and it's working great, and it's really great feeling. It's much more realistic. I like it. You see here, goalie wasn't committed. I haven't timed it right, and I haven't scored, and it's like it should be. You see what goalie does. You really, trying to do your thing, and it feels like a much more real life battle, and I really like the feeling. Oh, nice. I should have scored there, but what you gonna do? So yeah, this is basically all I wanted to say about this demo. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I can't wait for a full game, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video too. And if you do, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. We have a lot of NHL 14 content still getting posted. Also MLB 14, the show series we're doing. And also we will be doing a lot of NHL 15 videos as soon as it's come out. So yeah, a lot of fun. Nice backhand. So I hope, yeah, like I said, subscribe, leave a like, follow me on Twitter, and nice backhand. And I will see you in the next episode of whatever I will be making. Yeah, thanks for watching.